welcome to my channel, 14 Count DMC. My name is Jamie, and this is my second FlossTube video. I did my first FlossTube video about 2.5 weeks ago, and I said if I had 3 people watch the video, that I would do a second video. I did have more than 3 people watch my first video, so I thought I would give it another try. I hope I'm not as nervous as I was in my first video. I should start off by saying that I really didn't get a lot of cross-stitching done the past 2.5 weeks. Every time I was about to cross-stitch, something would come up. So I did get a little cross-stitching done, but not as much as I had intended. I decided yesterday that no matter what, I was going to take an hour out of each day and just cross-stitch. So I started this yesterday, and oh my goodness, it was so relaxing just to sit for an hour and cross-stitch. I'm hoping that I can even cross-stitch more than an hour a day, but I work full-time, so it is a little difficult, but I'm certainly going to try. Since I didn't get a lot of cross-stitching done to share with you, I thought I would just answer these questions about Know Your Needleworker tag. I have a couple pieces that I want to show you, cross-stitching pieces, but I thought I would show them to you later on in the video. So the first question is, where do you live? I live in Florida. We've lived in Florida for about 21 years. I love Florida. I love everything about Florida. I love the weather, the humidity. I love it all, except the alligators and the snakes. We have a 5-foot alligator that lives behind our home. We live in a canal, and every once in a while he'll come up in our backyard to sun himself. He suns himself in the part of our yard that isn't fenced, but it still makes me very uncomfortable having him back there. He's still afraid of humans, so if anybody walks back there, he'll immediately jump in the water. Not that I walk back there, because I don't. But I am afraid of him, to be honest. Also, the alligators are in retention ponds, and we have retention ponds all over this part of Florida. The store that sometimes I'll go to has a retention pond behind it, and it's a very busy area. There's very many times I can see alligators in that retention pond. Our church has a retention pond in the front of it, and 2 years ago we had an alligator that was living in that retention pond. So I know it's part of Florida, and we have to live with the alligators, but I don't particularly like them. I'm not a big fan of the snakes either. In the area that I live, we have rattlesnakes and coral snakes. I've seen them in my yard. I haven't seen a coral snake in about 4 years. And the rattlesnakes, I probably see 2 to 3 a year, not really in my yard as much as crossing the street or in somebody else's yard. Sometimes I'll see rattlesnakes. So that's the part I don't like about Florida. But on the bright side, I love the other things that Florida has to offer. I love the sunshine. I love the sandhill cranes. They walk down our street early in the morning and in the evening, and they make so much noise. And when they fly, they just make a lot of noise, and they're very funny. We have the big turtles that sometimes they'll walk through our yard. We have deer. If I'm up early in the morning, I will once in a while still see deer in my neighbor's yard. So there's a lot about Florida that is just absolutely beautiful. And there's a couple things that aren't so beautiful, like alligators and snakes. What do you do for a living? I work for a medical billing company, but I'm not a medical biller. What I do is I go through accounts to make sure that all insurances, Medicare, and Medicaid were all filed correctly, and then I will send a statement to the patient. Do you have any children? Yes, I do. My husband and I have been married for 31 years, and we have 2 daughters. One daughter is a teacher, and the other daughter is a staff accountant. Recently, both my daughters bought cross-stitching kits, which I was thrilled about. My oldest daughter has cross-stitched before when she was a teenager. So she bought a kit that I believe had cactus on it. My youngest daughter bought a Christmas, kind of like a Christmas scene cross-stitching kit, and what it was you're looking like inside somebody's window, and you see the Christmas tree, a fireplace. I think there's a cat on a tree and maybe a nutcracker. It's beautiful, and it's a pretty big project. It's going to be quite an undertaking, but I'm sure that she'll work on it and she'll finish it. I also told both my daughters in the future, if they need anything with cross stitching, to come to Mama. Come to Mama with your cross stitching needs. That's what I'm here for. Floss, hoops, fabric, 14 count. I got it. Okay. Do you have any pets? Yes, we do. We have an 8-year-old black lab named Thunder. And how we got Thunder was kind of an interesting story. Our oldest daughter was ready to move out of the house, and she wanted a dog. So she went on the animal shelter website and found a picture of a little black lab puppy. Well, I think she just fell in love with this little puppy. So she asked my husband and myself if we would go down to the animal shelter early in the morning, and if the dog looked good, just to pick it up for her, because she had to be at school early to teach. So we went to the animal shelters, and we were the second people there. Well, my husband and I had lost 2 dogs. We previously had 2 dogs. And it's very, very hard to lose a pet because they're a member of your family. So my husband said he doesn't want any more dogs. So we go into the animal shelter, and there were actually 2 little black lab puppies. They were brothers. So they came running out, and you just have to imagine these 2 little black lab puppies with their tails wagging and their little ears. Oh my goodness, they were about the cutest things I've ever seen. Well, my husband took one look at these 2 little puppies and said, we can't split them up. And I said, no, we can't. So my daughter took the runt and named him Aragorn because she's a big Lord of the Ring fan. And we took the bigger puppy and we named him Thunder. And I want to show you a picture of Thunder when he was a puppy. There we go. Sorry for the glare. My daughter made me this frame. But isn't he adorable? Could you really resist this little puppy? So like I said, Thunder is now 8 years old, and he's spoiled rotten, and we absolutely love him. Okay. Oh, I've got to show you something too. Because of Thunder, I got a cross-stitching kit about 7 years ago. I stopped cross-stitching for a while, but I still hung on to all of my kits and all of my cross-stitching accessories and floss. But this is the kit that I bought about 7 years ago, and now that I'm cross-stitching again, I intend to do this project. Isn't it adorable? Look at those little puppies. They're just too cute. Oh, and by the way, this is from the design by Jim Killen, and I think it's a dimensions. So, okay. Let's see. What are your other hobbies besides stitching? I crochet. I crochet afghans and hats that I take up to the cancer center or the cancer hospital. I have a couple friends at church and other friends that also crochet hats, and we donate them to the hospital. About a year ago, I also started a new hobby, diamond painting. I've enjoyed it. I think it's a lot of fun, although I still like cross-stitching better. But this was my first project. I'm sure you've seen this one before. It's a diamond dots, and it's the roly-poly tiger. There you go. I bought the kit 40% off at Michael's. And the frame I bought from the Goodwill, and I just framed it myself. I gotta say, this was really a good quality diamond painting kit, and I enjoyed working on it. I didn't buy another diamond dot kit because I don't think they have a very big assortment of canvases and designs to choose from. So instead, I went to AliExpress. I heard a lot of people on FlossTube that do diamond painting also said that they like to go to AliExpress. So I did buy some other kits. I wanted to show them to you. I'm going to include in the video a picture of each project, that how it's going to look when it's completed. The first one I got, it's called A Dog's Friendship, and it's the one that it's the selfies of about 4 or 5 dogs. and it's called A Dog's Friendship, and it has a cats in it, I think a couple birds, but it's just a selfie, and it's so adorable. Look at that. Isn't it cute? I just love it. Well, of course, since I had the dog selfie, I had to get the cat selfie. So the cat selfie is called Cute Cats, and both of these kits I got from Home Fun on AliExpress. Okay, so this one is called Cute Cats, and the other one was called Dog's Friendship. Isn't it cute? It just cracks me up. A little selfie of cats. It just. Also, they had another selfie of the dogs and the cats, and they had Christmas, like Santa Claus hats on for the holidays. And then they also had another selfie of the dogs and the cats, and I think they were on vacation, and a couple of them had like a snorkel in their mouth. I've also seen selfies of horses, of farm animals, of, I think, what else did I? Oh, dinosaurs. That one was really funny, and I think I even saw one of sharks. So there's just a lot to choose from, and I just think they're funny. And I'm going to hang them when they're done in my home office craft room studio, which is better known as my daughter's old bedroom. Okay, so this particular diamond painting I bought from Zua Diamond, and that was through AliExpress, and it's called Autumn Lake Landscape. This is the only one that is a square drill, which I've never done before. Isn't it pretty? This one is small. This one is probably 20 by 30. The other two I bought were 30 by 40. Okay, and the last one I got, I can't remember where I bought this. I just remember it was like $2.50. And it's a partial drill. I bought this before I knew the difference between full drills and partial drills. And actually the only part I need to do is this right here and the tree. That's it. So I figured this should probably take me maybe 3 to 4 hours. So I want to get this done before Christmas, but I'm not in any hurry. I want to show you too, I keep my diamond painting in this basket, this Lagenberger basket that my twin brother's girlfriend gave me. So I keep all of my drills in here, all of my pens, my trays. So it's really easy just to pick it up and carry it and work it wherever I want to work my diamond painting. I've also been watching on YouTube a woman named Wanda, and her channel name is Rolling Through Life. She does some beautiful diamond painting, and she gives a lot of advice and tips. One of the piece of advice she gave was to hang up the canvases on skirt hangers, and then you can just hang them up so they won't get ruined and they won't get bubbles in them, and hang them up in the closet. So thank you, Wanda. I'm going to certainly try your tip. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to also show how I keep my cross stitching. I keep my cross-stitching accessories in this Lagenberger basket I bought years ago. It's the sewing basket. I got it at a yard sale. So I keep this like this. And this is floss for my son-in-law's Christmas stocking. I keep my scissors, my needle threaders, my floss winder. I keep, what is that? My snag nabbit. So I just keep it all in here. I also keep my cross stitch gauge to make sure that my cross stitching fabric is 14 count Aida. And I am on the bottom of it. I keep my colored pencils because I do like to color the well, okay, why I cannot think of it. Well, anyways, let's go back to that. And my needles. Oh, the patterns. Thank you. I like to color the patterns as I go along, especially if it's white and gray on whites. So that's what I was trying to say. I knew I'd be nervous. So let's see. I'll go back to my questions. Okay. What is your favorite movie? My favorite movie is A White Christmas with Bing Crosby, Rosemary Clooney, Danny Kaye, and Vera Allen. My second favorite movie would be Lord of the Rings, the trilogy. What is your favorite TV show? I like the older shows, especially from the 60s. I like Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, Perry Mason. I also love I Love Lucy. So just programs like that. What is your favorite book? I don't really read a lot. I've never been much of a reader, but my favorite book is the Bible, and I do read the Bible. What is your favorite music? Anything from the 50s and 60s. I especially like Doris Day, Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole. I just love the songs from the 50s and 60s. What one word best describes you? I would have to say dependable. I've had people tell me that I'm dependable, so I guess that's the word I would use to best describe myself. So, and I think that's everything that I wanted to show you today. I wanted just to thank you for taking time out of your day to watch my video. If you enjoyed this video, could you please give it a thumbs up, or could you please subscribe? And I just want to thank you again. I know I was nervous, and I'm going to try harder next time not to be so nervous. I'm going to try next time to have some cross-stitching to show you. I'm really anxious to stop the video so I can go cross-stitch. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead of you, and I hope you get a lot of stitching done. Thank you. Bye.